where it did stick, which is mostly the grass. Here's Chief Meteorologist Beverly Perry with more.
Yeah, some of it did stick to the grass. That's when we had a good push of moisture across the area. But what's left is the snow sticking where it doesn't really see a whole lot of sunshine, and also, of course, the mulch too in and around Fort Wayne and points off to the south. Now, for our northern tier counties, much like what we were talking about yesterday, that is where it's going to stick the best, and that's where we've continued to see that colder pool of air lock in, and that's where we continue to see those snow showers. Mostly along and north of US 6, this is where we will see that minor accumulation right around an inch or less. Seeing the snow showers in and around Topeka, Albion, Auburn, near Butler. Meanwhile, getting a bit of a break in and around the Fort Wayne Metro and even near Huntington, but towards Bern and even towards Decatur and Portland, seeing some rain showers out of this. And it's a cold rain, my friends. A temperature of 37 in Decatur, as well as Hartford City, 35 in Fort Wayne, and in the lower 30s along that US 6 corridor. This evening, the rain-snow mix, it does continue to track across the area, maintaining more or less the middle 30s through the rest of this evening. And then the last push of moisture, you see that off to our west. Some rain and snow will continue, and I'll let you know when that finally tapers off, coming up in your hometown forecast.
Beverly, thank you. Tonight, Fort Wayne police tell us an investigation that began last year resulted in this accused fentanyl dealer behind bars, taking more than 1,000 grams of that deadly drug off the street. Police say Jamarcus Walker of Fort Wayne was taken in today by the FWPD Gang and Violent Unit. They say he was behind a local drug dealing operation. Walker busted with 4 handguns, including an AR-15, more than 1,000 grams of fentanyl in both pills and powder form. He also had meth and marijuana, along with some cocaine and cash. He's also facing several money laundering charges. Indiana State Police tell us they were acting on a cyber tip about possible child pornography possession when they searched the home of a volunteer teacher and head of the Jay County EMS. Robert McFarland arrested yesterday for drug possession after agents found narcotic needles, drugs, and more in his home. He's also charged with theft and official misconduct. He's now facing 4 felonies, 2 misdemeanor charges. He has not been charged, though, with child porn offenses. Police say this remains an active investigation. A judge sentenced a man today who was arrested in May of 2024 on charges related to running over and killing his 1-year-old child. Matthew Merritt pleading guilty to a level 4 charge of causing death while operating a motor vehicle. He has been placed on probation. He will start on house arrest. The Allen County Public Library partnering with Life Adult Day Academy for a new art display. It's called the Shining Stars Art Exhibit. It debuted today, the Allen County Main Library, and features some expressive pieces from Academy students, including self-portraits, caricatures, landscape paintings, and much more.
Life Adult Day Academy supports adults with intellectual and physical disabilities throughout the community. We have a day program where we have several different classes throughout the day. Arts and crafts happens to be one of those classes.
Art is such a community connector, and it's a way to give a voice here to people who aren't always given the forum to express themselves.
That exhibit will be on display through April 19th, the main library downtown. A Fort Wayne club kicking off a season of fundraisers with a garage sale. David Tillmans has that story.
I'm here at the Fort Wayne Sport Club. Outside, the snow is falling. We don't have any soccer going on today, but inside we are here for the annual community garage sale. This is the 15th year of the garage sale hosted by the club on Ardmore Avenue in Southwest Fort Wayne. There are sports equipment and memorabilia for sale, as well as a wide range of other items donated by club members or community supporters.
We have household items, furniture, clothing for the whole family, lots of kids' toys, jewelry, just about everything you can imagine a garage sale has. We also have a bake sale, and the Women's Auxiliary Club makes all the desserts themselves.
Proceeds will help fund youth soccer scholarships along with repairs and improvements for the club. If you couldn't come out to the garage sale on Friday, no worries, as it will continue Saturday morning here at the Fort Wayne Sport Club. That will begin at 9 a.m. Reporting here in Fort Wayne, I'm David Tillmans.
Thank you, David. Well, Doge may be settling in on its next targets as we take a live look tonight at our nation's capital with Amtrak and the U.S. Postal Service in the targets of Elon Musk, saying they should be privatized, and other countries' trains, he say, are even better. Critics say only services are going to suffer in rural areas. Rebecca Castor has more.
Millions of Americans ride Amtrak trains every year, but one person you likely won't catch on board is Elon Musk, who thinks America's rail system is embarrassing compared to other countries. Musk made those comments Wednesday at a tech conference. He suggested Amtrak, along with the U.S. Postal Service, should be privatized. President Trump is already considering merging the mail system with the Commerce Department.
We want to have a post office that works well and doesn't lose massive amounts of money. And we're thinking about doing that, and it'll be a form of a merger, but it'll remain the Postal Service, and I think it'll operate a lot better than it has been over the years.
The Postal Service ended $9.5 billion in the red last year, while Amtrak's losses were $1.8 billion, even though it saw record ridership.
There's so much additional funding that has been provided to Amtrak. There's so much money in the system. We really need to take a careful look and ensure that it's being used efficiently and effectively.
But critics warn privatizing Amtrak and the Postal Service could mean fewer transportation options and less frequent mail delivery, especially for rural Americans. Both Amtrak and USPS were established around 1970. Changes would likely require Congress's approval, which Elon Musk has acknowledged. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
And President Trump also threatening a major economic attack on Russia following a night of heavy airstrikes on Ukraine. Tonight, our news correspondent Stephanie Bennett reports from London.
Russia's air assault on Ukraine escalated overnight with a large-scale drone and missile attack targeting the country's energy infrastructure. President Trump responding just hours later on social media, threatening significant financial repercussions, writing in part, quote, "I am strongly considering large-scale banking sanctions, and tariffs on Russia." The president says that doesn't mean he's siding with Ukraine. He just wants to stop the fighting.
I'm finding it more difficult, frankly, to deal with Ukraine. And I find that in terms of getting a final settlement, it may be easier dealing with Russia.
The move also comes as Ukrainian and American teams make final preparations for a new round of negotiations scheduled for Monday. But the Europeans won't be represented, even as they step up with $800 billion in new security spending, much of it earmarked for Ukraine.
It is about taking more responsibility on our shoulders for our own security because the urgency is real.
Meanwhile, Russia is still embracing signs that President Trump could be pivoting towards a realignment with Moscow, following a week of strained relations with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
He is on the side of the common sense. He says that this is a bloody thing which is going on to many people has been killed.
President Trump is sending his special envoy, Steve Witkoff, to meet with the Ukrainians. He says they've discussed a framework for a temporary ceasefire. In London, Stephanie Bennett, Fox News.
Time now for Fox 55's Paws-itively Pets. I'm here with Melissa Gibson from Humane for Wayne. Melissa, how are you doing today?
I am awesome. We've got puppies out the wahoo at the shelter right now, so I'm actually great.
I know, and this beautiful little fella here, he's shaking. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
This little guy is Theo. So if you were at the Home and Garden show last weekend, you may have met Theo and his litter mates. He is an absolute doll. Most of his litter mates have gone home. There's just Theo and Henry, his one litter mate, left. So he's a little bit uncertain. His brothers and sisters have been disappearing all day. But 2 months old, there's a great debate in the shelter right now about what he's mixed with. They came in on a transport from Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay. So he's a southern gent. But some people are saying Hound Boxer. Some people are saying Lab Shepherd. So you guys be the judge.
No matter what, big dog.
Big, like 70 pounds.
70
like
pounds.
I'm going to go big. He's only 2 months old right now, and you can see he's nuts. And he's the runt.
Paws.
Yeah, he's the runt of the litter. So he's got big paws. But I'm going to go Heinz 57, 100% purebred good boy. So
very good boy.
Yeah, he's awesome. His siblings are awesome, and there's lots.
What's the perfect home for Theo look like?
So perfect home for Theo because he's a puppy. He's going to be very adjustable. He's going to be very malleable to meet with other dogs, other cats, kids, that kind of thing. The biggest thing is going to be a home that can keep up with puppy energy. Obviously, he's only a couple of months old. This little dude is not potty trained yet. He doesn't know all of the, sit, shake, stay, all of the things. So it's going to be really important to commit to that puppy training, obedience, making sure that you're being consistent with them to begin with. We help with that. We do have puppy classes that you get for free when you adopt from us. But somebody who is prepared to take on the challenge of a puppy to have, 10 or 15 years of a great dog.
And puppy classes so you can meet new friends too.
Yes, it really helps with socialization. So you sign up, and any puppies that get adopted from us under 6 months, we do those puppy classes on site. Yeah, so you get basic obedience, tips, tricks, that kind of thing. Yeah.
I love that. Melissa, thank you so much for stopping by.
Sure.
And thank you, Theo. We hope to find you a forever home. For more information on how you can help Humane Fort Wayne and, of course, adopt beautiful baby Theo here, you can find a link inside our story at WFFT.com. For this week's Paws-itively Pets, I'm Beverly Perry.